Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Humanity. This subject is about health as usual, because health is very important for every individual in our societies. If we have some of the society members who are kind of not put in the right position to express their proper, their identities, then that brings on something, if you leave it alone and say, oh, we drag on with it, then it becomes a problem. And once it becomes a problem, that's when we say prevention is better than cure. So to prevent future cases of damaging either your health, your mental stability, as well as community members, whatever, we're going to discuss about a subject which is it's not a very old subject. It's something that cropped up in the late 2000. We are talking about around from the year 2000. That's when we started hearing about the gender thing. Long ago, since Allah created a human being, it used to be either you a woman or a man. You are either classified as a woman or a man. Nothing else. But in modern times, you have people who are called themselves transgender. Transgender. I don't know what that means, but I'm trying to I'm going to put some medical concerns, medical cautions, why men and women should always appreciate what they are as, that is what they are created as. If you are a woman, you must have something on you which looks like a female genitals, which is a vagina. And if you're created as a man, you must have something which you're created on you, which is called a penis and testicles. So that way, you are either a man or a woman. No, not the other way around when we say, I'm a transgender. Because in that, application of what you call sleepless gambling, men, when they see that, hey, if I was to look like a woman, I would make more money. Because everything in the modern times rotates around how much you earn, you take it home. If it's not about money, then it's about fame. Fame is whereby someone says, I want to be known by so many people. Not knowing that using the wrong channels to put your face into the social media and public desks and TVs and whatever, sometimes has some very, very deadly psychological consequences. That's why I said, most of the time when I bring up this subject, trying to explain what a transgender, or what we call there are some people who end up applying what we call some people, they engage in things that are biological or medical. They are like putting your body into the position of either laying down your belly, your head, your brain, your whatever, as to become an incubator or a septic tank. Because me, who started medicine and environment, when I look at someone who say, I'm 18 now, I'm 16. When I'm 18, in some countries, they say if you are reached an age like when you are 18 years old, if you've been a man, you can change and they cut off the penis and they put something there. I don't know what they do put there, but I presume it's something very unhealthy. But what I wanted to show you is that there are diseases, there are deadly diseases which occur when these kind of procedures happen. Take for instance, a boy is 16 years old. At the age of 18, he goes under the scissors because he's at the age where he says, I can decide for myself. So he goes to a surgeon, sclepharis gambler surgeon, and the surgeon cuts the penis off. And you know that procedure is very complicated. Why? Why do I say that? Because if you have to go on the other side of the female creation, a woman is naturally created that her vagina or her genital whatever, the vagina, is to take in something with a certain size. Allah measured how much the size of a penis must be that enters into the whatever in the corridors of the vagina or in the vagina. If you're a man and you say you want a boy of 16 and you've reached the age of 18, you want to change your gender and become a woman, there is a big problem. The problem is that, you know, that thing which allows the urine to come out, or which allows, for instance, if a woman is giving birth to a baby, there's a part of her body, her vagina, which opens up to let the baby come out. If the girl who is pregnant is not old enough to be able to push the baby properly, whatever, there's something there which kind of ruptures. And when it ruptures, that means either the baby was too big for the baby, the girl who is giving birth, to go through into that whatever, to be able to be born naturally. With that, I wanted to show that in the process of the procedure whereby a boy of 16 says that I'm a boy now, but I want to change and become a woman. So his penis has a very tiny thing that lets urine out. With that, it cannot be altered, adulterated in any way to conform or to apply when, for instance, something which is bigger, some penis of men, whatever. So if a man came and he tried to push his penis through this tiny thing which is to bring urine for a man, and he's trying to get into this thing which says he's a woman now, that's when the whatever ruptures and the urine, kind of whatever the shit that goes through anus, ends up in what they operated and put there as a vagina. And I think that this is called fistula. Fistula is a very dirty, very, very ugly thing. Medically, they call it fistula. I don't know whether they ever explained to you this. Doctor, these scrupulous men who say they are doctors, they don't put these things on the table before these boys. Because for us women, we follow the great Margaret Thatcher thing. Women are not for turning. Women are not for turning, seriously. Women are not for turning. It's always the boys who say, I want to be a woman. So, that way, there are so many cases if you want to know, before you say you want to be a woman, you're a man of 16 years old, those 2 years from when you're 17 and 18, travel to some countries where the girls, they engage in casual sex, whatever, they end up pregnant. They may be 13 or 14, and they cannot produce properly. So at the time of giving birth, they are whatever, they are vagina ruptures, or the corridor in which the baby has to go through ruptures, and the girl mixes the shit that comes from the anus into the whatever where the urine goes, where the vagina. Can you imagine? If you see that with your own, if they tell you that story, you can read it on. I find out what fistula is on the internet. If your boy, right now your boy is 16 years old, but you're looking here, every day you wake up and you make your hair, your face and your makeup. So next time you think about the scissors or whatever to cut off your penis, you can read about fistula first. Not only fistula, there's AIDS. There's syphilis. There's so many deadly diseases. Because I didn't tell you about it. Me as a disease, my name is, I'll give you the first word of they call it my middle name. It says with the letter D. That means disease. Me as a disease, I tell you, at any given time, I rotate around your body like a whirlwind. Like a what? A whirlwind. To check which door have you left open, that I can use that door and get into your whatever and say, you're dirty thing. Allah said to you, do not do this kind of thing. If you do, me as a disease, I'm there as an army to put you on the straight path. If you say you go off the whatever, you try to put your leg in the sink or in the grave, one foot in the grave, I say yes. Before you put that foot in the grave, let me hold it back and say, read this. Go on or listen to this. Go on your social media or platform, whatever, and check out online and say, I want to know about a medical whatever called Vistura, how it occurs, why it occurs, and then look into yourself and say, my penis can only let a little bit of urine through. If they cut out that thing and they put something there which I think is a woman's genitals, then I'm very likely to mix shit, which is supposed to go through the anus, because that thing will rupture, which instead of shit going through the anus, it will go into what they put there as a vagina. So you become Mr. Stink. You stink the vagina, you stink the shit, you stink all the dirty things. I'm just warning you. I told you one of my middle name starts with the letter D, and it ends up with the letter D. And so I just mean disease. Disease. If a disease comes out of his whatever and say, yeah, I'm warning you. Do not ever go out of your mind and say, I'm going to become an incubator of disease. Disease can make you very, very unhappy. Because we are created to put men into whatever what Allah says. Don't allow those silly boys to over the boundary or put their foot in the grave. If they do, tell them there's a sinkhole underneath the grave. In that sinkhole, you cannot hold yourself anyway. Once it opens up, you just swallow it. So, young man, because we ladies are not for turning. That's a statement every angel says to every good friend of theirs. Women are not what? Women are not for turning. It's always men who say, this hair, when I look at my whatever, I want to put on the makeup, do I look nice, or do I look beautiful? When they're in the bathroom, when boys go in they call it the changing room or toilet, they meet there and say, you put on the face and say, can I take a selfie? Do I look beautiful? My mother, the Holy Quran says, young men, Allah created only two genders, a female and a male. A female and a male. If you say you create, you put your own thing on the table. Be assured that the man who said his name starts with the letter D, and the other third letter is always held up there in the night sky. When Allah writes it, Allah who created everything, He writes it in the evening. When the dark has taken off, He sends the moon and says, yeah, Dawood, my name, sorry, I put my name on there. You can, I'll put you on the whatever, so that those boys, if they try to become stupid, I'll put them on from east to west in a letter D reading alphabet. If they don't understand the meaning of letter D, it has so many meanings. One of it is that, yes, we created disease, as well as we created human beings. If human beings, we gave them what we call a manual. You look at the manual and say, this manual says, do not drink alcohol, do not engage in casual sex, do not insult your dignity, do not rape your own dignities, do not rape your own brain, do not rape. But you do that when you drink alcohol. You rape your own dignities when you drink alcohol. You do a lot of things without now. So I said to you, put your house or your brain on in order. Don't you ever cross and put that foot in the grave. If you do, there are so many thorns and nails and scissors and the dirty things like, I mean, you wouldn't like to have what you call a septic tank between your legs, would you? I mean, a septic tank between your legs when you open up like this. Everyone says, stink, 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 stink. Stink, stink, it means stinking. I just wanted to give you an advice. I was on my way to a certain whatever, and they stopped me and said, can you address these boys before they go out of their mind? I said, yeah, boys, we, the women, we have our motto, a title called Women Are Not for Turning. And if you read properly some of the whatever, yeah, it's stated there in political language. Political language, yeah, we are not in politics. You got whatever I spoke about from the Holy Quran, because we take our democracies from the Holy Quran. We don't take our democracies from men who say, men can turn. And no, women say no. Women are not for turn. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Think about what I've just said. If you think you rather walk while your one foot in the grave, every other day you'll be running back to the man who cut off your things, and they put something there, because it will either rupture. When it ruptures, you have shit, a septic tank shit in where the genitals used to be, as well as in your anus. Do you like to call a septic tank a mini septic tank at your anus as well as in your where the genitals, the penis used to be? If you do, you have to pay. You have to pay some cash to the madmen, the scriptless gamblers. They are there to look at you and say, look at this foolish man. Adios, amigos. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. See you